The bridge of the Galactic command cruiser crackled with tension. Commander Xylar, his reptilian face contorted in rage, slammed his fist onto the command console. "Impossible! How did they escape?" he roared, his voice echoing through the silent bridge. The holographic display flickered, showing the remnants of the battle. Human ships, vastly outnumbered and outgunned, had somehow slipped through their grasp. "Sir, their tactics were unorthodox," stammered his second-in-command, a quivering mass of tentacles and fear. Xylar glared at his subordinate, his anger barely contained. He had been tasked with crushing this human rebellion, a minor nuisance compared to the vast power of the Galactic Command. Unorthodox? They were chaotic. Suicidal! Xylar spat. The humans had fought with a ferocity that bordered on madness, sacrificing themselves recklessly to cover the escape of their comrades. It made no strategic sense. His forces had been decimated, their superior firepower useless against the humans' desperate maneuvers. The humans were a young race, barely a blip on the galactic radar. Emerging from their blue planet, they had only recently discovered the secrets of faster-than-light travel, propelling them into the vast expanse of the cosmos. Their curiosity and tenacity were unmatched, driving them to explore and understand the universe around them. They were dreamers, visionaries and pioneers, always looking to the stars for answers. They had been welcomed into the Galactic Federation with open arms, a testament to their potential and the promise they held. The Federation saw in humans a spark of innovation and a spirit of cooperation that could benefit the entire galaxy. Their arrival was celebrated, and they were given a seat at the table among the most advanced civilizations, their potential obvious to all. Humans quickly adapted to the new technologies and cultures they encountered. They shared their own advancements, contributing to the collective knowledge of the Federation. Their ingenuity led to breakthroughs in various fields, from medicine to space travel, earning them respect and admiration from their peers. But their time in the Federation had been marked by conflict. Despite their many contributions, humans often found themselves at odds with the established order. Their independent nature and desire for autonomy clashed with the more rigid and hierarchical structures of the Federation. Disagreements and disputes became a common occurrence, leading to tensions that simmered beneath the surface. They chafed under the Federation's rules, their independent spirit clashing with the established order. The humans valued their freedom and individuality, often pushing back against regulations they deemed restrictive or unjust. This rebellious streak was both a strength and a weakness, driving them to innovate but also leading to friction with their allies. Their rebellion had been brewing for years, fueled by resentment and a stubborn refusal to bow to authority. Secret meetings and covert operations became the norm as they plotted their course of action. They gathered resources, forged alliances and prepared for the inevitable confrontation. Their determination was unwavering, and their resolve only grew stronger with each passing day. Now, they posed a threat that Xylar could no longer ignore. The once welcomed newcomers had become a formidable force, challenging the very foundations of the Federation. The galaxy watched with bated breath as the stage was set for a conflict that would determine the future of both humans and the Federation. The stakes were high and the outcome uncertain, but one thing was clear. The humans were no longer just a young race. They were a force to be reckoned with. Reports flashed across the command console. The human fleet, battered but unbroken, had been spotted near Alpha Centauri. "Sir, sensors detect a minefield," reported the communications officer, his voice tight with apprehension. "It appears to be improvised." Xylar smiled coldly. A desperate move by a desperate enemy. He would teach these humans the futility of their rebellion. "Dispatch a probe. Chart a safe course through the minefield. We will crush them at Alpha Centauri," he commanded. Section 5. To pursue or not to pursue? But a flicker of doubt crept into Xylar's mind. The humans had surprised him before. Their recklessness was also their strength, allowing them to anticipate their enemies' moves. Was this another trap, a desperate gamble to buy time? Or were they truly seeking refuge in the Alpha Centauri system? What will you do? A. Order your fleet to pursue the humans into the minefield. B. Exercise caution and wait for reinforcements. Section 6. A daring escape from Proxima Centauri B. The probe weaved its way through the minefield, transmitting data back to the command ship. The data was crucial, containing the exact coordinates of the mines and the safest path through the treacherous field. Every second counted as the probe darted between the deadly obstacles, its sensors working overtime to avoid collisions. The command ship's crew watched the live feed with bated breath, knowing that the success of their mission hinged on the probe's survival. Xylar watched, his anticipation growing. The alien commander had been tracking the probe's progress, aware that it was a critical component of the human fleet's strategy. Suddenly, the probe exploded in a blinding flash of light. The shockwave rippled through space and the screen went dark. Xylar's eyes widened in disbelief. Had the humans discovered their trap, or was it a mere accident? A cold dread gripped Xylar's heart. It was a trap. The humans had anticipated their every move. The probe's destruction was no accident. It was a calculated sacrifice. Xylar's mind raced as he tried to comprehend the implications. The humans were more cunning than he had given them credit for. They had lured his fleet into a deadly minefield, and now they were at the mercy of the explosive devices. As his fleet entered the minefield, all hell broke loose. Mines detonated all around them, crippling ships and throwing the formation into chaos. The once orderly fleet was now a scene of utter pandemonium. Explosions lit up the darkness of space, and the screams of his crew filled the communication channels. Xylar's flagship shuddered as a nearby vessel was torn apart by a mine. He could feel the fear and confusion spreading through his ranks. From the wreckage of the destroyed probe, a single human ship emerged. It was a sight to behold, sleek and agile, designed for speed and maneuverability. The ship's hull gleamed in the starlight, a stark contrast to the burning debris around it. The human ship had been hidden within the probe, a Trojan horse waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Now it was free, and its mission was clear. Escape and report back to the human command. It was smaller, faster than any ship Xylar had ever seen. The alien commander could only watch in frustration as the human ship darted through the minefield with ease, avoiding the remaining mines with precision. The ship's pilot was clearly skilled, executing maneuvers that seemed almost impossible. Xylar knew that catching the ship would be nearly impossible, but he couldn't let it escape without a fight. The human ship, a beacon of defiance, disappeared into the depths of space, leaving Xylar and his fleet to lick their wounds. The alien commander clenched his fists in anger, knowing that this defeat would not be easily forgotten. The humans had outsmarted them this time, but Xylar vowed that he would not rest until he had his revenge. As the human ship vanished into the void, Xylar's mind was already plotting his next move. The battle for Proxima Centauri B was far from over. Section 7. The tables have turned. News of the human victory at Alpha Centauri spread like wildfire through the galaxy. The Galactic Command, once thought invincible, had been humbled by a ragtag band of rebels. Systems on the fringes of the Federation, inspired by the humans' courage, began to question the Command's authority. The rebellion was growing stronger. Xylar, his reputation in tatters, was recalled to the Galactic capital to explain his failure. Section 8. What will you do next? The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see what the humans would do next. The vast expanse of space, filled with countless stars and planets, seemed to pause in anticipation. Every sentient being, from the smallest creature to the most advanced civilizations, turned their attention to the unfolding drama. The humans, a relatively new player on the galactic stage, had shown remarkable resilience and ingenuity. Their next move could change the course of history. Would they press their advantage, striking at the heart of the Galactic Command? The fleet of human spaceships, armed to the teeth and ready for battle, hovered on the edge of enemy territory. The Galactic Command, a formidable force with centuries of dominance, now faced an unprecedented challenge. The humans had already achieved several surprising victories, and the question on everyone's mind was whether they would continue their aggressive push. Or would they consolidate their forces, preparing for the inevitable counterattack? In their military bases, human soldiers and strategists worked tirelessly, analyzing data and planning their next steps. The command centers buzzed with activity as leaders weighed the risks and benefits of each potential action. They knew that the Galactic Command would not remain passive for long. A counterattack was inevitable, and the humans needed to be ready. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance. Every decision, every move carried immense weight. The balance of power was delicate, and a single misstep could lead to disaster. The galaxy, with its myriad of civilizations and cultures, watched with bated breath. The outcome of this conflict would shape the future for generations to come. What will the humans do next? The leaders gathered in their command centers, their faces etched with determination and concern. They had come so far, but the road ahead was fraught with danger. The choices they made now would define their legacy. Would they be remembered as conquerors, liberators, or something else entirely? A. Launch a daring raid on the galactic capital. This bold move could cripple the enemy's command structure and give the humans a decisive advantage. However, it was fraught with risks. The galactic capital was heavily fortified, and a failed raid could lead to catastrophic losses. B. Establish a base of operations and rally other rebellious factions. By consolidating their forces and seeking alliances, the humans could build a stronger, more sustainable resistance. This approach required patience and diplomacy, but it could lead to a more stable and lasting victory. The galaxy watched, waiting to see which path the humans would choose. Section 9, to be continued. The story will continue based on your choices. Stay tuned for the next thrilling installment of Galactic Commander Baffled, Human Rebels Unstoppable.